You might be asking yourself, why should I be using AI in the first place? And of course you don't have to, but there are some really nice benefits to it. The benefits are best understood by trying it yourself so you can get a feel for it. Getting started with AI is very easy. It only requires a small shift in mindset. If you can commit to try at least one new thing every week, then I will try to bring you a suggested next step with each video. On a basic level, I would split the ways people use AI into two categories: to learn and to create. Well, to learn could be about interest, to quickly find information. News, maybe putting news and politics into perspective or to form an opinion on them. To deepen knowledge about a hobby that you have or try something new. Maybe common sense things, listening to the body, things you don't know about health that you would want to ask your GP but maybe wouldn't. Relationship, things like communication and how to solve certain problems. You might be able to learn about relationships and communication very quickly just by asking about it. Problem solving, let's say the laundry machine is beeping and you don't have the manual and you don't know what to do. I would quickly go into AI, ask it, what does this laundry beeping thing really do? What does it mean and how do I solve it? At work, you might want to upskill, or if you work for a really large company, you might want to reason about the landscape and navigate it. Maybe you want to make responsible financial decisions. Maybe you'll want to learn about how finance works. Education, you can deepen your own knowledge on specific topics or on a really broad way as well. Introspection, discovering the body, the mind, and the self, trying to learn about yourself. And the second category is to create. So you could brainstorm, create new ideas, or explore ideas that you already have in more depth. You could plan a trip to go on holidays. You could create documents and make documents much more effective by the use of spreadsheets and documents. You can automate processes. You can use spreadsheets that you already have and documents that you already have and make them much more effective by summarizing information that you already have, using functions in spreadsheets or converting them to presentations. You could use text-to-speech to generate an audio version of something you already want to read, like an article. You can create images to have a graphical representation of the ideas you have, or maybe of yourself, if you upload your own images and say, hey, I want to have this and this stance or position in an image. You could create your own songs, use your creative spirit and write your own songs. Maybe you've written a poem and you can use that to convey that to someone else using a song. Videos, you can make ideas or images come to life by generating videos. Websites, anyone today can build a website. It is really not hard anymore because the tools will give you all the information you need to build it, and they will also write all the code for you. And lastly, applications. Small to large, all code is now written by machines. Some people still like to code, but most of the code is already written by machines today. We will go through some of these example cases in the following videos, and you'll see how it works in practice. And for the developers among us, you might already be using tools for most of these use cases. And we will dive into the last two topics in the developer track. Let's have a quick look at the global AI usage. So here, this is the AI Economy Institute at Microsoft, and they are a AI Economy Institute. They are Microsoft's flagship think tank, and their mission is to advance actionable research and policy guidance that helps societies, governments, and organizations adapt intentionally to AI driven change. So they're trying to bring a responsible way of using tools. They have published this AI adoption small paper, and they show that in the first half of 2025 there are 22% in global north and 13% in global south of the world AI adoption. And we see that the numbers go up by a little bit in the second half of 2026. We'll also see that like the top 10 countries are way above 33% of the people using AI nowadays, whereas some of the countries that are pretty modern aren't even in the top 10 yet. And we also see that the gap, while AI adoption is rising, the gap for poorer countries and also the global south is the gap between them is widening. So less people are learning or starting to use AI in the southern hemisphere. We'll have a look at this graph as well. So each dot is 3.2 million people. This is 2026. So 1.4 billion have used AI, which is 17% of the population. This is today. If you are start to follow this series, you will already be part of the green dots immediately. And you will belong to the top 17 or 20% of the people that actually uses AI today. So simply follow along and you'll be ahead of most of the world already.